And we are live. Oh, I beat you to it, you son of a bitch. All right. We are here, ladies and gentlemen, to talk about getting banned from Twitter. I have three of the most infamous banned peoples on the Twitter, and Omegan, because I just like having that guy around. He brings a little bit of class to the stream. So from my left to right, I will do some introductions. I have my good friend, Carulius Valentinius.
Hello.
I have my other good friend, Cognitive Thought.
Hi there.
And I have one of my favorite YouTubers, Goodfella.
Oh, thank you very much. Hello.
And I have the Moist Dark Lord, Omegan.
You think I'm classy?
Well, you know, you can be totally unclassy, but still have that voice. So it adds a little bit of something to it. All right.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, shit. Magog's in the chat. Hey, Magog. All right. So the topic today, just in case you can't tell by the title of the stream, we are Jack's chronic herpes because we keep coming back, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to start with Cog. How did you first get banned? Because I know you've had a couple accounts.
Okay, so my first banning on Twitter it started with the initial comments that got deleted. Like the 3 steps that you go through to get banned on Twitter usually is it deletes your comments or asks you to delete them. It doesn't suspend you, and these were comments that I'd made at a literal convicted paedophile. I'd already confirmed it with him in DMs that the news report I had of a paedophile that had gone to prison and then continued to make from his cell a child porn website. So when I was arguing with him online, I was like, well, of course you'd think like that. You're a pedophile. Him and his wife. His wife is a woman who for 40 years was locked up by her father. Yes, in her home, locked up for 40 years, completely fucked in the head. But yeah, that's his wife, and both of them flagged my first comment. That's the first strike. Second strike was because I responded to the hashtag Hangayaz Nazami to say, remember, this is coming from the religion of peace. I think I said, fuck Islam, fuck Sharia law, fuck the Quran, and fuck Muhammad, you know, that fictional character that may not have existed. And I think that was pretty much it. And that then got me on my 12-hour locked out of my account for 12 hours, sorry. And the third time was because I sent a few Pepe memes to a guy who got triggered by them, and he flagged them in DMs. And yeah, and that's how I got suspended completely.
All right. Kay, your first suspension.
Can't remember.
It's that long ago. So many.
Yeah. There's so many suspensions. They're all bleeding together now.
Which one? My 1.2K one?
Yeah. Let's go with the first account that had 1,000 followers.
I had drawn the attention of Takedown MRAs. You know him, Marty?
Yeah. I actually got blocked by TDMRA. That was like my biggest Twitter moment. I was so happy. I was like, they blocked me. Yes.
Yes, he took a disliking to me because obviously being an MRA. And I said something, I'm not sure what, but it was along the lines of about men's rights. Next thing I know, my account is suspended. Turns out it sent his 10,000 followers to mass flag my account.
Ah, that bastard. I can't stand that guy. All right, good fella, your first suspension?
First one, I don't know what caused it. I mean, you can never know because they don't tell you. They just said to me, you've broken the rules. For the few months before that, I got a few tweets I was asked to delete before I could continue. And then they just suspended my account without any warning. I don't know what I'd done, and still don't know. I still to this day don't know what I said or done. And then I started another account that lasted a month and a half, and I put up a tweet. It was a retweet that it was a story about Japan was not taking in any Muslim migrants, right? And I retweeted that, and I said that at least that means that my great grandkids will be able to enjoy the beauty of Japanese women while they're being forced to pray to a pedo warlord, right? And now, but that's accurate. He was a pedo warlord, right?
Yeah. He married a 6-year-old and banged her when she was 9.
I say that's a pedo, you know. Yeah. But it was like 5 minutes after posting that, I got banned. and I could still see my stuff, but I couldn't do anything, you know. So then I tried to start another account, Grimes, and that was banned the instant I started the account. I didn't even get the chance to put a profile picture on, and it was already suspended. So then I thought, Jesus, what the fuck's going on? So I thought my IP address has obviously been flagged. My phone number will be flagged. So I happen to have a few free SIM cards from, you just get them in the post sometimes. Yeah. So I cleared all my cookies. I put a VPN on and went to Chicago, right? And I used one of those SIM cards as my phone number so I could verify my account. And I started my latest account. But nice. I was really tempted this time round, and I might even do it the next time because there probably will be a next time. But I was really tempted to come back as a black woman because I've noticed that they get away with murder on Twitter. I mean, they really do. I mean, just on the week that I got banned, I seen 2 black women. One of them said all white people are racist, right? Which is just totally out of order. I mean, you should be allowed to say it, but I wouldn't be allowed to say all black people are racist. And there was another woman who was sharing a new T-shirt line, and the T-shirt said "Men are trash," you know. And I was thinking, wait a minute here, how are they getting away with that? And they were black women. So I was thinking, maybe I'll come back as a black woman, you know. So I might do that the next time. I might come back as a black woman and just totally identify as a Democrat, feminist black woman, because then I can do what I can do and say whatever the hell I want.
I'll tell you what, good fellow, what I could help you out with is if you want me to change your avatar to a black man, or if you want me to go and get you I'm sure I could find a black woman from San Andreas.
Well, it's funny you say that, right? Because see, when I was thinking of doing this, I looked up apps that could change my skin tone. I was going to put it through, you know, that app that changes your face from male to female. I was going to put it through that, and then I was going to change the skin tone. And I couldn't find any way to change the skin tone. But what I did find was there was a Bob Marley Snapchat once that changed your face to black, and that got removed because it was racist. Oh, fuck off. That's why I can't find an app that changes your skin tone, you know? So
yeah, if you would like some fancy Photoshop work done, there are a couple of guys I know, the most prominent being a guy by the name of Elephant in the Room. If you can find him, he could Photoshop anything.
I might do it because the next time round I might just be a black woman, but still let people know who I know, like you guys, let you know who I am, but not let Twitter know. Just act like a black woman.
Exactly. Can I ask you a question about one of your tweets though? Because I actually find it quite interesting to talk about. So obviously, if we look at it from modern day society and stuff like that, having sex with a 9-year-old is complete paedophilia. Correct. Life expectancy is like what 30 years old probably at the time or something like, if that. I don't know, it's one of those, I always look back at the times now and I always think that I can kind of understand it to an extent because they wait until because like Muhammad did as well, they wait until the woman hits the period and the moment she's basically bleeding, that's the moment where they're like, right, she's now a woman. That's now when she can give birth. So it's more a difference in time, but I do understand where you're coming from. That in modern day society, yeah, it is. It's completely.
Yes. So completely historical context, then it may have been all right back then, but then for me, it's just standards. Like, what standard would Jesus be held to if he done that? You know what I mean? He would be called a paedophile as well.
Well, I always think that the reason why we have pedophiles in society now is because it's almost like because like they like to go down the due to your hormones and stuff like that, which is all to do with how your genome is anyway, and your chromosomes and stuff. That'll then define how much of different types of how you react to different things. And I always think because back in the day we had like that sort of mentality where you try and breed with the women as quickly as possible because then you could grow your society essentially, and fucking hell, Islam doesn't want to do anything more than grow a society of Islam. So it's just one of those things where I can understand it in the historical context, but yeah, when you look at it in modern day, it's fucked up, which is why I have a small amount of sympathy for pedophiles from the fact that they can't control it, but the fact that they do, if they do something and act on it, that's it's fuck you, no sympathy at all. I mean, I don't give a shit.
But what was society's rules back then? No, I mean, when it came to that, were there any rules? When did age of consent even come into play for society?
Honestly,
well, it's an line as it is anyway nowadays. Yeah. So,
throughout most of society, throughout most of human history, the idea was puberty. Once they hit puberty, once they bleed, once they
if there's grass on the field, you can play. Play ball.
Yeah. I mean,
bleed a woman. That's it. If the moment a girl starts bleeding, she's a woman. That's how she seems.
Yeah. I mean, and that was kind of the same way throughout history. But in modern day, we factor in their intellectual maturity, and we've kind of settled on that 16 to 18 time frame.
But it goes with the argument as well that if he was, because you could justify it like that back in the day, but it goes along with the argument that it's not a civilized society, the God that you're following. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're following a God from a time when we were uncivilized. Now we're civilized.
Yes.
Maybe keep that in the past and stop,
This is the thing I'm saying, is the fact that they still have these fucked up pedophile parties and shit like that, and stuff that the Muslims and there are still Muslims fucking doing that in the world, and it's fucked up. They're like, I think Kraut T did a video on it where they basically they put makeup on little boys and then pick which is the most pretty. It's fucking disgusting.
Well, if you look at it from their point of view, to them, if it's okay for their God to do it, then it must be okay for them to do it. And that's the problem.
Righteous pedophilia.
Yeah. I would just like to interrupt real quick. Hey, for anybody watching, I have put an @ symbol and a name in the title. So if you want to like and share this, I'm not saying bully or harass, but
make him aware. That's all we need to do. Make him aware. Nothing wrong with that. Jack's a fucking retard, and he needs to be aware of this shit. Because right now, from my point of view, especially, he is, like I say, he's defending pedophiles when they're called out in modern day. He's defending Muslims and hashtags of literally killing people. But how dare you speak out against it? Fuck Jack's.
Before I got banned the first time, I actually made a video with Jack's name in the title, although he must get billions of notifications. But I made a video with his name in the title, and my idea was, rather than banning people who were reported, ban the reporter until they know how to use a block button. That's my idea.
Yeah,
I think that makes more sense.
Yeah, I actually saw that video. That was a good video. It had the animation, the stop motion animation of cars going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a quality video.
Marty, that video you joined me on the other day, the one that I had the stream last night about it being demonetized. It still continued to be demonetized. Still no idea why. We just had a conversation about the fact I've been suspended from Twitter.
Was it the tags? What was the title of the video?
No tags apart from cognitive thought. The tag was completely suspended from Twitter, and the description doesn't even have a description. It's just all of my links to everything.
They don't even tell you the rules there either. Really, they're not specific with the rules. Because if they were to come out and say, "Look, don't use the word rape in your video titles," then we would know. Okay, we won't use the word rape. Do you know what I mean? At least we would know, but they don't tell us.
One of my videos got demonetized, and all I had in the title was, "I have some questions for mundane Matt."
Fucking hell.
Well, there's your problem. The money went straight to him. Yeah.
Well,
I actually Adblock was really doing that number on him.
I actually got I'm not bragging, but I got a video demonetized, and I appealed it, and the appeal worked.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no idea what caused my video to get demonetized, what they thought was happening, and what led to it being remonetized.
There's an auto transcript thing and so it'll pick up on certain words within what you've said during your video, and that may have triggered it initially.
If you allow all subtitles.
Well, I discovered the only videos I've ever had demonetized or permanently demonetized are always ones related to men's issues.
If you allow subtitles in your video, it can pick up words in the subtitles as well.
Gotcha.
Surely everyone who swears would be demonetized. Like if they go.
No, it depends what they say, though. I mean, they might be able to swear, but if they say rape, maybe that triggers it. Maybe something daft like that. Maybe if you say something like "I like Trump," that triggers it, and it goes, "Whoa, that's hate speech."
That's pretty rude.
Well, we went through. So I did a stream this morning to kind of see what was wrong with it. And we went through, because apart from us just talking to one another about being suspended from Twitter, and then me explaining why, which I've explained in other videos that haven't been demonetized. This is where I'm baffled. And we went through all of the times where we shared screens on Discord and stuff. And there was nothing. The worst that it got to was that gif of Katy Perry bouncing up and down with her tits. But it's the same thing that she did that on Sesame Street. You know, the show for kids. Yeah, she did that on Sesame Street.
I remember that.
Exactly, and that's what I was like. And that for a moment because I went onto my Discord and the chat was just like boobies, and I went, all right, well, look at the gif for 10 seconds. Like,
what would you change about Twitter though? I mean, one of the things I would change is, like I say, the reported thing. Ban the reporter rather than the reported. But I would also let people know who reported them. You know, like, by the way, that this person reported your post, so that you could know.
Yeah.
A person should have a person, that comes out and goes, right, this someone has reported you. We're going to get you together. We're going to talk about this and see why you've got. But instead, they just go, all right, I agree with them. That's all it is. It's like you don't know why.
But it shouldn't matter how many people report something because that encourages bullying. I thought they were against bullying. You know, that just encourages bullying. If it's like if a post gets like 100 reports, then the person gets suspended. That's not really fair.
Like I think that my hashtag Hang Yaz Nazami one where I was like, remember this is coming from the religion of peace. I think that one got flagged by all of the Muslims that are on the hashtag. I actually think that it was because there was at least 10 Muslims following every tweet because we're all getting like 10 likes apiece. So I reckon that it's just been flagged by 10 people and then I'm in the wrong.
But I mean, it gives power to the people with a lot of followers. Like, remember when Lacey Green got Sam Pepper banned from Twitter? Remember she got all her followers to attack the guy? You know? Yeah,
I probably the biggest thing I would change about Twitter is it's your idea was good, but if you were to report something, I would rather the person be auto blocked. Like the report button instead works as an auto block feature, and because the idea of banning the reporter, because a lot of times if I were to report, like, say, a pedo, a guy who's posting pictures of children in things in specific ways, I wouldn't like to be suspended for reporting that guy. I would like that guy to be blocked and then have to go under review.
But he would be breaking the rules though, technically, But the gang thing can't work because if the gang thing worked, Donald Trump would be banned. How many people must report that guy every day?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure they have a separate folder for President Trump at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I bet they're too scared to kick him off Twitter because of any shitstorm that would happen.
Yeah, you know what? I'm pretty sure he loves his he loves his Twitter account, so I'm pretty sure that would become like national news if he got banned and like the entire.
Pretty sure if he got banned, he'd just buy Twitter to reinstate himself.
Oh my God! Could you imagine Trump buying Twitter-based Twitter?
I want him to sit on. I want him to turn Jack into his throne.
The algorithm's messed up because last year Jack got banned from Twitter.
That was great.
So it's messed up.
That was an amazing day. I remember that day.
That word limit, they were going to increase it to some like 10,000 words or something stupid. What happened to that?
I'm pretty sure. Well, Twitter is known for its character limit. They are that's probably the most famous thing about Twitter.
They said they wanted to evolve in there or something there, so they were going to increase the character limit.
I'll be honest with you guys.
To write essays.
I have to ask you, this is probably something that applies to everyone that's been banned from Twitter. I think even when this stuff happens on YouTube, it's the same. There's a TV show which I always bring up, which is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and there's a song that goes through my head every time I get fucking suspended. It's like this.
What are the rules? Oh Christ, I'm singing again. What are the rules?
What are the fucking rules, fake motherfuckers? Seriously,
yeah, exactly.
Don't make it clear what I've done wrong.
I mean, the other day I got suspended for calling out someone who was advocating violence for people on their sexuality. That goes against Twitter rules, and yet I'm the one that got suspended for calling them out.
You know why? Because you're so white.
Yeah, I call out a hashtag Hang Ayaz Nazami, and by the way, that means that they're literally posting, like they've made a hashtag towards threatening a person's life. Totally fine with Twitter rules. Totally fine.
Well, Dana Rail broke the rules the other day when he called for people to report in a woman's account because she said he raped her.
Yeah, that's called targeted harassment, which is against the Twitter
That's
rules.
absolutely against the rule. Yeah,
It's
it's still there.
Somebody, it's targeted harassment, but apparently it's not, according to Twitter. Apparently it's not. Fuck off.
We've seen everyone's seen that tweet, that image comparison between a black person abusing someone for being white and a white person abusing someone for being black. The white person does get kicked off. The black person does not.
I mean, it's the same person doing both. They literally did they wanted to do that as an experiment, and the results came out how they anticipated the results would come out.
Yeah, I actually remember a very similar experiment. Someone tweeted out, I think it was something to the effect of "kill all black people," and then and then that same person had a second account and tweeted out "kill all white people," and they showed the results of that being reported. The one that said "kill all white people" was like, "We have found nothing wrong with this tweet." The one that said "kill all black people," we have found this to be racist and inciting violence, and it has to be removed. I mean, the exact sentence. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Am I the only person that thinks that's disrespectful to black people to hold them to a lower standard like that?
Bigotry of low expectations.
Yeah, so you're holding white people up high to high standard and telling them we expect you to meet this standard, but black people, no, we don't expect you to meet such high standards. So it seems disrespectful.
It does. It really does. A lot of this progressive social justice nonsense on social media is really just, black people don't be knowing what they be doing, and it is getting on my nerves. It really is. My good friend, well, not good friend, but my fellow YouTuber Malcolm from the North, famous for being Canada's only black guy. Me and him had a long conversation about this 2-3 weeks ago, and he is personally insulted by it. It's fucking bullshit.
I mean, I was on a stream with him and Bounty King about a week ago with Failure, and because I wanted to ask him a question about something that happened when I was 18. Like, I was attacked for my skin color, and I get told by SJWs that doesn't class as racism. So I wanted to go and ask them, because they were all people of color, whether it was racism or not. And yes, they confirmed it was. And it's like, why do you hold black people to such a low expectation?
Yeah. I hate that term, people of color. Here in
the UK, coloured people is racist.
Here in America, coloured people is racist too.
It's non-white, isn't it? That's what they mean when they say it. They mean everybody except white people. That's what they mean.
Yeah.
Or Asian men.
Yeah, well,
because they sit there and go, all people of colour earn less than white men. So, like, hang on a minute. Asian people would classify under people of colour, and Asian men earn I think about 20
more than
cents to a white man's dollar.
Yeah.
So white men earn 80 cents to an Asian man's dollar.
Yeah. Very much so. I just want to say, I hate that term. Oh shit, Failure's in the chat. Hey, Failure, you get a wrench. But it's a meme now. But the thing about that term, people of color, it serves the exact same purpose as the term colored people, because back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, there was the whites, the most noble, proud, amazing whites, and then there was the colored people. Well, now, here in the current year, it's those shitty whites and the glorious people of color. It serves
makes white the default.
Yeah, it serves one purpose only, and that's to create an other, an out group. Whereas back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, the out group was the non-whites. But now, in the current year of social justice, the out group is the whites, and it serves the exact same purpose, and it's incredibly racist and highly condescending to any person of color who just wants to be an individual.
It's pretty obvious it's open season on whites and men, though. And the thing is, whites and men can take it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, because you can, all day long, you can attack white people and you can attack men, and you won't be punished on any of the social media for it. But you do the same thing to women or non-whites, and all of a sudden you're a sexist and a racist, and it's hate speech, and it's just absolutely mental. That's why that's one of the reasons why they're attacking Trump so much. I mean, he ticks all the boxes. He's white, he's heterosexual, he's male, he loves guns, he loves America. I mean, this guy's like the embodiment of hate speech, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I've actually seen arguments where people have said that his existence is an act of violence. God, it was probably about maybe just shortly after the election. It was probably late November, early December of last year, and people were saying something to the effect of, "We have elected the physical embodiment of hatred as president." And I'm looking at him going, "Are you aware of what you're saying? Can you hear yourself speak?" Which is a question I ask quite a bit to a lot of people. Can you hear yourself speak? And all right, back to being suspended from Twitter. Let's go with our second times around. We'll start with Goodfellow this time.
I kind of hogged it the last time because I told you about my second time, but as I say, I think it was calling Mohammed a pedo warlord, because
that's right.
the account was only a month and a half long, not even that old. And you know, I can't think of anything else that I'd done during that time that was because I still don't know what hate speech is, because nobody can tell me. So I still don't know what. All I would like to know is what exactly did I do? What exactly is hate speech, so that at least I know when I'm breaking the law. You know, I know when I'm a thief. It's when I take something that doesn't belong to me. I don't know when I'm guilty of hate speech. You know, it's so vague. I don't know when I'm guilty, and that's all I want from Twitter, really.
Yeah.
Standards applied to everybody, and to be told precisely what hate speech is.
Yeah. There is a reason why when politicians and legislatures write law, they make sure to use very, very specific language so that there are no loopholes. It's all wrapped up nice, neat, and tidy, so that if these rules are violated, or in order to follow these rules, you know exactly what you're supposed to do or not supposed to do. All right, Cog, your second time around?
Literally nothing. I did nothing wrong.
Cog didn't do nothing, folks. You heard it here. I'd been on Twitter, and I actually hadn't been harsh to anyone that week or anything like that. It had been a month, and I think all that had happened, because, like I say, all 4 of our accounts got taken down on the same day. I think they just went through and they've probably IP addressed fucking taken it. That's what I personally think that they've done, because now I'm on incognito tabs. They aren't doing it, but I tried to make another account the same day, and that got blocked on my IP address. So that's what I'm thinking.
Did you clear your cookies? I think if you clear your cookies, it helps. I think.
I don't know. I've like I say, I've just been using incognito tab with this new account, so I don't think there are cookies. I've definitely got on the actual Twitter profile itself. It even says not to store data, not to data store and stuff like that. So I've put that on as well. It's one of those things. Twitter is a cunt, and the fact that I got taken down, my second account, no idea why. Now, to be fair, technically it was a third strike. The first strike I got was saying, I think it was because I called Jack a cunt, and then I sent him a picture of the reason why he'd fucking deleted my account, and the video of Ogre actually saying that he'd flagged my account. Like, literally, but they didn't fucking care. Then that tweet had to be deleted. We can't show the evidence of Jack being a prick. Was I think the second one was I had to delete a couple of things because like I think it's because I tagged Ogre or something like that in a couple of tweets, because because the moment I got my new account, he was tweeting on my new account, so I tweeted back at him, but then I think he must have flagged them because I had to delete them as well. And then I just decided I think I muted him or something like that. I can't even remember. I just decided to leave it. And like even when I got suspended this time around, when it happened, he must have posted about 6, 7, 8 comments on my video, the suspended one, just going like ha 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 ha. Like, and to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if he even flagged that, and that's the reason why they're like, oh, this live stream isn't. I wouldn't be surprised. He's already commented like 8 times on it, just going, oh, you're a fucking idiot. Da, da, da. Can't fucking stand Ogre. He's such a fucking idiot. literally. But he's like, it's weird. I wouldn't even say he's. I don't know. It's a bit weird. He's I don't know. I know he's definitely. I think he's a Christian, but at the same time, like he's also an anarcho-capitalist, but he's also conservative. He's also like seriously, he's one of these people who he literally just went, oh, I'm this, but I'm this, and I'm this, and I went. All of those conflict with one another. But
yeah. He was the guy who said, "I'm going to have all the labels." He's also a flat earther too.
Oh yeah, I've heard that as well. He's a flat earther. Well, then again, he's religious. I expect that. The thing is that he's an idiot, but I think he's also schizophrenic, and he's been a cunt to a lot of people in the community who he's been nice. He's just two-faced as fuck, and I knew he was like that when I met him. So I basically went down the road of because he decided that he was going to troll somebody's stream that I was on because it's just all jokes and dude. I decided to just like intellectually troll him within his like just having a conversation with him because it's really weird because I was a bigger YouTuber than him. He tried to lick my ass and he's like, "Oh man, I usually have guys around to start me going all ogre and upsetting cool dudes like you," and it's just like. Do you know how cringy that sounds? Like you have to have like people to keep you on a leash from acting like a fucking retard. And I don't even care about you saying that I'm cool because I know it's just fucking fluff. I know you say this to everyone. Oh man, he's a cool dude. Oh man, he's a cool dude. That's like he says that 1,000 times a day.
Yeah. I am going to pass over Kay for one moment. I will get back to you, but Omegan has been forced to be rather quiet because he has no frame of reference. How have you not been banned?
I have absolutely no idea. I'm not. I don't get into. I do make it a point not to get into arguments on Twitter, and that's just because I can't be bothered. Like I so badly wanted to argue with every last idiot that refused to untag me from this thread that Sugar Tits started. It was about some fundraiser thing or condolence thing, and I was just like, it descended into cancer and chaos, and I was like, untag me, you cunts. That's about as near as I get to get like arguing. Otherwise, I just link videos and really dodgy pictures of things.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. It's. I guess being as mellow and as laid back as you are, I guess that would help quite a bit.
Well, I compare myself to Cog. I've seen him argue for days on Twitter with one person.
That's a discussion. That's how discussions work.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I think that's like all four of us. So I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen Goodfellow go on. I've seen fucking Kay go on.
People seem to enjoy watching it. I enjoy having a conversation with the person, and
it's fun to watch. Yeah. I'll admit, reading through your threads, particularly when you're arguing with people, it's fun to watch. I just don't want to be involved, so I just watch with any popcorn and drink.
Yeah, exactly. There's no problem with that. That's sometimes what I do, but I just like to get involved.
You do it while you're tweeting. How much shit can I stir this time?
Let's get the popcorn out and tweet at the same time. Multitasking.
Yeah. You ever make a comment and then an argument starts and it's like goes on for hours and you're not even part of it anymore, but you keep getting the notifications for it, and it's like you don't want to like one side or the other, so you just kind of just let it. It's like, can you just untag me from this?
I was like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I just untag.
I was quite happy that they added the mute conversation option because there were so many times I'd get tagged in something and I'd be like, I don't care. And then they added the mute conversation. I'm like, finally. All right. Kay, your second suspension?
Take down MOAs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Specifically flagged you. I remember that.
And then the third account as well.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah. That guy has a hate boner for anybody with half a brain. I mean, I felt so privileged when he blocked me. So, I mean, it was it actually happened the night of the election. Donald Trump got elected, and then I went to go troll TDMRA and said, "You are blocked from viewing TDMRA's tweets." And I'm all like, "Is this just the best day ever?"
It's funny because nobody on our side seems to want them banned. Like, I don't want Steve Shives or the Lacey Greens banned. I don't care. See what they want.
I don't want anyone banned. The only people that should be banned from places like Twitter are people who post troll porn. I mean, if I had the money and technological know-how, I'd create my own site and code it all, and anyone can join. And the literal only way you could be banned is if you post child porn.
What about threats of violence? Would you, like actual threats? I mean, like actual threats of violence. Would you
Like
allow
actual
that?
credible threats? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Credible threats, yeah. If it's just like, oh, I'm going to fucking kill you, like, because some friends do that to each other.
What if it's doxing as well?
Doxing, yes.
I
No
posted
doxing.
a tweet earlier, and I thought, because now when I write tweets, I think, is this going to break the rules? And somebody posted a thing saying, be the reason someone smiles today, and I retweeted it and I said, okay, I'll slap Jeremy Corbyn then, as a joke. But then I thought, Jesus, is this going to get seen as, an actual threat of violence? And, it probably could, even though I'm obviously joking.
I mean, obviously, the three reasons. Posting child porn, credible threats of violence, because some friends go to each other, I'm going to kill you, you fucking bastard, as like a fun, and doxing. Apart from that, you can say what the fuck you want. You could be as racist as you want if you want as well, because that happens on Twitter, but if you're black. I just want to give everyone the opportunity to speak their mind equally. Free speech applies to all, not even those who you disagree with.
The thing is, the unfortunate thing about all these ideas and stuff is that you do end up almost with a platform of just, like I say, Twitter is and Facebook will get to the point where they're so fucking cooked. The only people on there are so fucking liberal, they're just going to eat themselves and go, I need someone to flag today. I can't find someone to disagree with. It's like, it's one of those things is when you get flagged from Twitter and you're banned. Now I can make a new account on there and stay as hidden as I can, but there's technically still a robot looking for something to do with me to try and fuck me over, some bot that's doing that. And I think it applies to all of our accounts because they've been suspended. Because don't forget, if you've been suspended, in one flag and you're gone, because they'll go, oh shit, that might be him. If someone goes, oh, this is that guy who's been flagged, you fucked, aren't you? So, because they'll just go, oh yeah, same avatar or same this, same that, I don't know. But it's the way that it is, and it's the fact that it becomes its own echo chamber, and then it almost feels to me like everyone being forced away then almost gets forced into a separate echo chamber of those, and it's just those that got banned, basically. Yeah. It's just one of those things. Do
you think Minds will become an echo chamber in the future? Do you think it's just the same thing?
The thing is, Minds is a good thing. I went looking at it last night as well, and it's not really an echo chamber because there's loads of flat earthers and fucking absolute bullshit that's on there. Because there are those people that know that they've got kind of dumb ideas, and they will try and find those platforms to get them out there. I mean, they can be all over Twitter, but they saw Minds and they're like, hey, another place to spread my bullshit, and some people do that. But I don't think you're going to find a lot of feminist stuff there. I not in comparison, but you will find a lot of flat earthers, anarcho-capitalists. I don't think you'll see anarcho-communism on there, though. It's like there's what I'm saying is there's still going to be crazy. That's the best thing about the human race. There's always going to be fucking crazy, but there's never it's the variable of mankind. Crazy is going to be there. Like it's the reason why you can't stop things like rape and murder and stuff. They're always going to be there because humans are variables all the fucking time. And it is one of those things I find that with Minds, you've still got that little hint of crazy and stuff like that on Minds, and it isn't too bad as a platform. I don't mind it. I think I was talking about this yesterday with you, Marty. It's just a little bit. I think it's just clunky a bit. Like yeah,
it's very, very unrefined.
Yeah, that's the best way of putting it.
Yeah. Although my biggest issue with Minds, and it's let me get my tinfoil hat out, but I don't trust people. I just dread this future where Minds takes off, gets 500 million people on it, and some giant investor comes to Ottman or whatever and says, I have this check for $1 billion. I would like to buy Minds. And Ottman goes, all right, it's yours. And then it's just Twitter and Facebook all over again.
Mm-hmm. Or a big company comes along, say Coca-Cola, and says, look, here's a massive amount of money. Can you make sure nobody says anything negative about Coca-Cola? And then Minds go, sure, okay, it's only one company, fair enough. Next week, Coca-Cola say, right, now can you make sure they don't say anything bad about black people, and then the royal family, and then lesbians, and then, and then they're owned at this point, and then it just turns into MySpace. Just
Yeah, I mean, it's. Look, I'm talking like the thing about social media is it's so big. I mean, the internet dominates our lives. I mean, every single aspect of our lives is connected to the internet somehow. I live in rural farm country, and a lot of the guys who live, who do corn and soybeans, they have internet connected GPS inside of their tractors and whatnot, so they can plot their routes perfectly. So with the internet being such a dominant thing in our life, social media is so big, and that draws a lot of the money. And I'm not saying Atman is a tosser. I'm not in any way, shape, or form. But every human being has their price. Like, I'm a good dude, but I will punch a baby for $2 million. Like, I mean, it's just how we are as people.
everyone has a price. What you're saying?
Exactly. I mean, I don't like the thought of punching babies, but if somebody said, hey, I have these couple of $1 million here, and there's that baby over there I don't like. Okay. I mean,
I mean, it'll give me the opportunity to live comfortably for the rest of my life.
I mean, yeah, and Atman makes some bad investments or something. He's hard off. His kids' college is suffering, and he has to pay his bills. Any decent, fair-minded people would take the money to provide for their family. Sorry, was somebody going to say
for $1 million? Buy my service. It's cheaper than Marty.
So both of you. So basically, you're saying, Kay, you beat up a baby for $1 million, and Marty, you do it for $2.
I didn't say beat up. I said punch.
just punch. Just to punch a baby. Is this while the head's still soft?
All right. Obviously, I'm being Obviously, I'm being hyperbolic, but I mean, people.
This stream is advertiser friendly.
Thing is, no one said A, it had to be hard. B, no one said it had to be anywhere that will hurt. Just a light tap on your arm, and you're fine. It's still.
I did that for $2 million, definitely.
Still fulfilling your side of the contract.
I did that brand. Fuck it. Fucking literally just like brushing a child. And who cares? The way Marty put it, he was like, I don't like that kid over there. Make him have an accident.
The memes have already started in the chat. So
$1 million man was right. Everybody has a price. Fuck me.
Well, I mean, obviously I was being hyperbolic, but I mean, yeah, it's very true that people.
Would the richest man have a price?
Well, here's the thing. There comes a point.
No, that's a question.
Yeah. Here's the thing. There comes a point when like people have so much money that nobody can meet their price. They still have a price. It's just so astronomically high that it can't be met.
So, all right, okay. So they have a price, but it'll never get met. So do they ever essentially have that actual price, or is it like, because it's almost like me going, I would change everything for the universe. That's my price. Is that a real price, or is it just
it's a real price. It'll just never be met.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and I have said much worse than I'd punch a baby, guys. I said I would throat punch a Girl Scout. So I mean, if you want to meme me, at least meme me.
Because they didn't give you the right box of Thin Mints or something.
Ugh, God, if they gave me Thin Mints, I would throat punch a Girl Scout for free. I hate Thin Mints.
They told me they were delicious, and I'm sitting now going, I want to try them, but now like Marty would literally get to the point of punching a child for it. Like I'm trying to wonder how, like, someone was like, oh, they're really nice, try them, and then the other side of the spectrum is I'd punch a child if someone tried to sell them to me, and I'm like, are they like Marmite? Because like some people are like, yeah, Marmite's delicious, and then you have those that are just like, I would kill my own mother if she tried to feed me Marmite. Like seriously, yeah.
Wait, Marmite is delicious.
Oh no. I need to go and get Felchina on. Give me a second.
Yeah, I mean, but we've kind of got off topic. You know, the memes are already flowing in the chat. I've added to memes for the day, so please enjoy. You know what? A little bit more off topic. I have kind of started to enjoy the memes that pop up from just doing streams. Like, you know, somebody will take a quote out of context and make a meme about it, and it's a really amazing thing. Somebody photoshopped me, failure accomplished, and Tonka saw as Cypress Hill. There was something about a gay bar said in a stream, and somebody photoshopped my head on a really, really trimmed guy and said, "Yep, I would take Marty to a gay bar." And I'm like, God.
That's what I mean. Like, memes are funny if people do pictures on it. Like I usually, I do videos on it. Obviously, now I'm taking the piss out of the whole OK meme because I thought that's something that I saw so many people cover on the actual subject, and I found it so funny myself. I thought I'll just wait for the more recent ones, and they've been happening like this week as I've been watching just like TV or things have been going on in the world. Like they've just been popping up, and I'm doing another one on the Eurovision, and it's Sweden, guys. Oh yeah, fucking seriously, the amount of OK thingies is it's just, you know, just pure white power, just pure white power. Fucking so funny.
All right. So with your current accounts, this of course directed at Cog and Goodfella. Are you doing any like advertising? Are you pointing it out, or are you trying to keep that on the DL, as we say in America?
No,
5 years ago.
I'm mentioning it on YouTube, and I'm not hiding, you know, but because I don't think it matters. I'm expecting to get banned again anyway. I don't know if it's going to be a week, a month, a year. I don't know, but I'm expecting it. And every time I write a tweet now, I'm kind of thinking, is this going to be the one? You know, if I tell this feminist that, you know, women don't get paid less, they earn less, is this the one that's going to, you know, get me flagged and then I'm kicked off just because I disagreed? So I'm trying to be cautious, but you can't really. There's nothing I can do. Yeah,
for my last two accounts, I did have this feeling of kind of like being in jail. You know, you don't look the guard in the eye. You know, make your bed real nice. Make sure your hair's brushed real good. You know.
I mean, on my last account that got suspended, the one that just got suspended, I didn't shitpost. I didn't call anyone out. I just used it to talk to friends. I mean, the worst thing I did was offer.
You monster.
No, I even started building bridges with Kevin Logan because that's what. Obviously, yesterday his video got false flagged. Because that's what I went.
I watched that when it had like 20 views. I think it was quite funny.
Yeah, that's what I went to him. Look, I don't like you, but it's your right to say what you want on your videos. My channel is open for hosting the video if you need it. Like trying to build bridges.
What was the video?
It was on Crocodile and T, so someone false flagged it and it got taken down. Oh. Now I don't like false flagging from any side because I'm an advocate for free speech. As I even put it in my Twitter bio the other day. Free speech.
That's what got you banned. You said you were pro free speech, and they're like, we have to.
Thing is, that's what I said. Free speech matters, or free speech is important. Should be allowed for everyone, even those you disagree with, because free speech is
especially those you disagree with.
Yeah, especially for the people you disagree with, because that whole open debate, the idea of talking to one another, whether you can reach a middle ground or just point out the other side's stupidity.
Free speech and one's ability to speak freely should be absolute.
Absolute, yes.
It doesn't matter who you are. You're right to say what you want.
Yes, sir. All right, Cog. Before, because it's coming up on 10 to the hour, are you advertising your Twitter or trying to keep that quiet?
I'm just basically doing what I usually do on Twitter. So if I see stuff, I'll retweet it. I don't think I'm definitely not as active, I would say, on Twitter. Like I have to an extent. I've been a little bit active because I've got it on an incognito tab on my phone, but I don't get notifications obviously because I don't have the app downloaded either. because I don't see the fucking point. I'm kind of like Goodfellow, where it's like, at some point they're probably going to fuck you over again, because it's going to happen. They're just going to be like, oh, it's your account banned. Like, that can just fucking happen, like, in a moment. And then you just like, yeah. So in fact, when I do my tweets half of the time, I think it's more that in my head, I'm just like, I enjoy going on Twitter and doing a few tweets if I'm like bored or something like that. But I just don't see the point in sitting there like going, oh, this will last forever. It's not. It's like, if that Twitter goes down, you're going to lose all those tweets, everything that you've done. It's like, I've shouted out my Twitter a little bit on my channel, but I'm not going to do a video going, hey guys, here's my Twitter handle for, like, I've mentioned it twice in 2 live streams now. That's all it really needs. It's not even in my description. It's not even tagged in the description, because I don't see the fucking point.
Yep. That's the thing.
People on my VidMe and people on my Discord, because that way I know I have continuous communication with them, because mine isn't going to take me down for saying some shit. Well, at this moment anyway. Discord isn't going to do that, because it's my fucking Discord server. And it's I'm not going to make a Facebook. I was even debating making a Facebook, because I've never had a cognitive thought Facebook, but they're fucking worse than Twitter. I'll be shut down in the first day if I post a video. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I had a Marty Facebook, and I stopped going there because nobody on Facebook is interested in what I have to say. So I mean, it's sitting there rotting. So, but all right, since we're at 9 minutes to the hour, let's get some like closing statements, and we'll start with Omegan.
I'm amazing. You're welcome.
Well, I do appreciate you having. Pardon my stutter, but I do appreciate you coming. Any closing statements?
Not really. No. Twitter is a cunt. There you go.
There we go. And of course, Goodfella, do you have any closing statements?
Just that Omegan's amazing.
He really is, isn't he? And Kay, saving the best for last. Kay, do you got any closing statements?
Jack, if you ever do watch this, you're a cuck. And I don't like using that word, but you're a mighty cuck.
Mighty cuck.
You're a cook for battles in Islam, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a mighty morphin cucking ranger.
Yes, and if anybody has meme skills, let's make Mighty or Jack the Mighty Morphin Cuck.
Yes.
All right.
The cuck ranger.
It was amazing having all of you guys here. I very much appreciate it. From left to right, we got Carulius Valentinius, we got Cognitive Thought, Goodfella, and Omegan. And just, I feel very, very, very privileged to have you guys here. And to everybody watching, thank you for watching, and have yourselves the most amazing of days.
Bye-bye.